Alright, everybody, welcome back to Resident Evil Village. So, there's a reason why we're back. We're going to be speedrunning the game. As you can tell in the top right corner, we have a timer. I downloaded LiveSplit, and then some wonderful person, dang, I forgot his name. uh, I'll figure it out. Oh yes. Cursed Toast created a LiveSplit counter so for Resident Evil 8, meaning it'll automatically count my time. I won't have to worry about it. So props to him for making this auto splitter. It also doesn't count cutscene time, so it will compare it to game time, so you'll see my proper time instead of counting anything else. We're also on a new PC. I built a new PC recently. Well, I didn't build it. My friend built it for me. I just kind of watched him do it. But, technically I built it because I paid for it. But hopefully the game looks better now because this PC is a lot stronger. We have a timer, so the production values for this speedrun are a lot better. It'll still be the exact same speedrun that you saw last time, except this time the game came out with an update that lets you play the game in third person, and that is just so fun to do. Like, as you can see right here, you can choose either first person or third person. So just to keep it fresh, we're gonna do third person, and it actually technically is a second category because some animations take longer in third person than they would in first person. So it is a new experience, new perspective. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. The timer should auto activate as soon as the gameplay starts. So we're gonna go ahead and start playing the game. Yeah, we're gonna be skipping all the cutscenes once again, just like the first time. We're not gonna worry about a cutscene. If you're worried about the story, then you can just look up the cutscenes. And all right, look, looks like the timer is working just fine. So we're gonna run through.
It's like I said to your mother.
The game once again. Skipping all cutscenes. This is New Game Plus Casual difficulty, meaning I have all of my super OP weapons with infinite ammo. Again, this is meant to be a casual speedrun, not at all serious. I highly doubt it'll happen, but if I die, then whatever. That's just how it goes.
Don't you worry. I'll be right downstairs.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about anything in terms of the timer. The timer will stop by itself during cutscenes, and it's actually good because it actually lets me know what cutscene is skippable, because if the timer stops, that means it's a cutscene that I can skip, but if the timer doesn't stop and it's in a cutscene, then that means it's a cutscene I can't skip. So that way you won't see any unnecessary pausing, although it doesn't really matter because me pausing the game also pauses the timer, so that's pretty good. But anywho, if any of this is looking vaguely familiar, this was the slowest part of the game, which is literally the beginning. Almost every single game has a slow beginning. Actually, no, that's not true. That's a lot of great games have very fast-paced beginnings, but some of the best stories are told through slow burns, so I don't mind this world building. So to quickly recap what New Game Plus entails, I already said it earlier, but I'll say it again. New Game Plus, I have every single health upgrade and defense upgrade, as well as the movement speed boost that you get from cooking these dishes. They get you, better stats. What else? I have the Magnum. The Magnum is the strongest gun in the game. There's also the rocket pistol that'll be useful for the factory later in the game. And the grenade launcher is useful for one single section, and when that section comes up, I will bring it up and you will know why. I also have the knife equipped, but that's really just like, I never bothered unequipping it, honestly. I mean, it doesn't really matter. The only weapon I use for the entirety of the run, or most of the entire run, is the Magnum, so the knife taking up a slot doesn't really matter to me. But what else? What else? What else? I think that's it for New Game Plus. I am playing on casual, which means everything will go down in a singular hit. So it really shouldn't be a problem getting through this game. The only real concern might be the final boss fight of the game, but at the same time, in casual, with such an OP weapon, it is almost trivial. But I know my previous video of speedrun, watching it back, I'm so disappointed because I messed up the audio mixing, but I just didn't care and uploaded the video anyway because I felt so just tired of recording it, because I had to do like 3 or 4 attempts on it, because the game kept crashing, and I was just so done with that once I was finally done with the video and the audio issues came out, I was like, you know what, I just don't care anymore. So that was awful. But this time I'm hoping that I actually got the audio mixing right. I hope the game is like loud enough that you can hear it, while at the same time you can hear my voice even louder than the game. Because I know if I watch that video back, the old Resident Evil 8 speedrun, you can barely hear my voice. So hopefully this time it's doing a lot better. But as you can see, the timer is still running while this cutscene plays, and if we pause the game real quick, as you can see, I cannot skip it. So again, that just is so useful. If the timer's still running while a cutscene plays, that means I know I don't have to pause the game to try and skip the cutscene. But we finally, upon coming out, we can finally run and take maximum, maximum use of our speed boost. Again, this beginning section is just really nothing special in particular. It really is just a walking sim up to a point when the lichens show up, but it's a good way to set up the game itself.
Maybe they're out.
Anywho, the reason why I doubled back like that is once Ethan says maybe they're out, that gives a trigger for a specific wall that we pass to come down, or like that horse to be dragged away. That horse is blocking this path, but walking into that house and Ethan saying that causes the horse to move or be dragged away. So there's gonna be some quick like cuts in terms of like I'm just activating a trigger that causes the game to like say like, oh well, here's the next encounter. It'll just be a lot of that, trust me. One actually is coming up. Not right now, but you'll see it soon. That was the wrong weapon, but you know what? It still works. Let me reload that just in case. Okay. So let me take out my actual Magnum. And we should be fine. So this is the trigger that I was talking about. So what we do up here is we're gonna go upstairs, walk up to the window, which will spawn a lichen, do a quick 180 turn, go downstairs to this window right here, get close to it, spin around quickly, a lichen spawns inside this house. Killing that lichen causes the encounter to end. I am not kidding you, it is that fast. The lichen will also despawn. You can barely see it just disappearing. Over. But yeah, that's all you have to do for that. You can literally take your sweet time in there. It can last up to like 3 or 4 minutes of you being in that house if you don't kill that specific lichen, and it might not even spawn because you're focused on the other lichens around the house. But this particular section right here isn't that special, like at all, because we're literally just waiting like on a timer. If you remember the previous video, we have to wait specifically for an arrow to come out of nowhere and pierce Ethan in the leg, and that will cause the game to move forward. This is by far the slowest part of the run. I don't think there's a single moment in the run afterwards where you're just waiting for something to happen. Apart from maybe waiting for a door to open or something, but nowhere near as this like 2 to 3 minute just wait, you know. It really is just a whole lot of nothing. You know, you can do laps around the area. You can you can kill all the lichens that are around the map. You know, like collect the money, collect supplies. It really is just a really large waiting game. Not even killing a lot of them makes it better because they're infinitely spawning. You know, so it doesn't really help to kill a bunch of them. But I do it anyway. Another thing to note about casual difficulty, which you probably saw it in the last one, as you can see I'm trying to move my cursor away, but it really does not want me to. I'm playing on controller, by the way. Maybe if I disable aim assist it would help, but I remember playing this game on casual with a controller, and it didn't have nearly as much like aim assist as that, you know. So in casual, they really want to make sure you don't waste a bullet. Even if it hits them in the leg, at least it hits them, you know? So at least there's that. So there's the big guy with the hammer. So that usually says we're like around halfway done with this encounter. If you can tell by the timer, we've been here for 2 minutes. And we still haven't gotten shot in the knee by an arrow. Again, it really is just a big waiting game when it comes to this progression. There might be some way to do it faster. I just don't know yet, you know what I mean? But hopefully I can find out about it later. I don't know if I would like to like speedrun this game professionally. I know when third person mode came out, I did play the game like a new game, and technically it took me 2 days to beat it, but the in-game timer told me it was it only took me like 4.5 hours to beat it, which is a lot shorter than the first time it took me, which was like 12 hours, right? But I don't know, for me it's like, if I know I can beat the game in 2 hours, then if I start a new game, I know I like should like explore around and like find resources, because you know it's a new game and I have none of the cool weapons or ammo that I should be having in New Game Plus, so look for supplies. But I just didn't do that during my third person playthrough. So I could start trying speedrunning the game on just straight new game. It'd also be on casual. Oh, there's the arrow. So we can skip that. And we can finally continue with the game. But yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, you guys let me know if you'd like to see that. If you'd like to see more Resident Evil 8 speedruns. I could also try speedrunning the DLC. I only played the DLC once, but it was pretty alright. It was like 3 hours long, so not bad. But I'm sure it's there's ways to do it faster. The auto splitter that this toast guy did also counts the Shadow of Rose DLC, so I don't have to worry about making my own auto splitter. Anywho, there's lichens in these fields, but we're gonna ignore them because as soon as we open this door, they're gonna despawn because this is a cutscene door. We meet some daughter and her father, and spoiler alert, that father is gonna turn into one of the werewolves, and it's actually pretty funny. Well, okay, not funny, but what we're gonna do later is a bit funny, because I mentioned how I do a lot of quick cuts in the game. Basically, after this small section, there's gonna be a cutscene that plays where he turns into a werewolf, and then you think you're supposed to shoot him or back up, But in order to end the encounter early, you just literally walk into his face, and then he grabs you, starting the cutscene that leads to the next section. So that's literally what we're going to do. We're not going to try to kill them. We're not going to try to back up. We're literally just going to walk forward, like right now. And that's it. That just ends the encounter that fast. My first time around, I just shot him, backed up, and he's literally invincible. So it doesn't matter doing that. So if you just walk up, then you know, it just saves you some time. Okay, so there's the truck key. Mash right trigger to start driving the car. Yeah, there's a lot of cutscene skipping in this game, but it's fine. It's not too the cutscenes aren't too intrusive. I think it's the right amount of cutscene for a horror game, honestly. Like enough to like show properly like pace the story, because a lot of games have like cutscenes that just drag on for way too long, and you know, it's like it's not their fault. Some games are like really good if they have cutscenes that drag on because it's a lot of world building. Like I know Death Stranding has really long cutscenes, but those cutscenes are really like well directed. I mean, Hideo Kojima himself is just a master of the screen, you know. But at the same time, I can understand if people are like, these cutscenes are lasting way too long, especially like when some of them go on for like literally 3 to 4 minutes. Like sometimes you just want to play a game, and I understand that. So,
I guess this leads to the castle.
Whoops, did I put the wrong one? No. There we go. So that's the Demon Crest, and that's the Maiden Crest. The Maiden Crest we grabbed in the church earlier. The Demon Crest was the one that we pulled out from that box in the screwdriver. And then we run into the castle, which is the next cutscene will show us the next lords. I know in the original speedrun I showed it, but that just makes the video longer, so we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna skip this cutscene, and I believe, if I'm right, there we go. So thank you, LiveSplit. It automatically split the timer for me. So as you can, maybe I should explain a bit the splits. I'll explain it actually after this next section, because it is gonna be very loud, and you can probably barely hear me.
Jesus Christ! That's right. Run for your life.
But yeah, we're just gonna run through all of this. Hug left because the like it spawns there. Break down this wood. And then the guy that we killed earlier, the one with the big hammer, is gonna spawn right in front of us. We're just gonna ignore that. Run to this wooden plank right here. And crouch down and start running.
My word.
And then once we hit a certain spot, it'll trigger the trap from above, and then run to this corner, and then just stay here.
Gotta keep Donna and Moreau entertained. So now it's time for the beautiful, blood-soaked grand finale.
Good water break, you know what I mean?
Nothing like fresh American ground beef.
These spikes absolutely should have hit Ethan in the corner. There's no way they didn't.
Too close.
Like that tiny little corner really gives him enough space to not get cut up by that. All right, anywho, all right, so the splits, let me explain. So thanks to the auto splitter, I can specifically say when I want the game to auto split, and Toast himself made like a bunch of different times you could split. Like in Village 1, it's like when you go to like the house, when you get out of the house, once you get, and the one that I have, which is Meet Heisenberg, which was that cutscene where we were pulling the lever for the first time, right? So Meet Heisenberg, that already happened. Castle, that's when we get the head flask. That's why I put it in parentheses. Basically, anything in parentheses is when the split will happen. So for the castle, it's when we get the head flask, and also, like, if you can see at the bottom, finale on kill, that's the final boss fight. Once the boss is dead, I believe it'll split. I hope it'll split. If it doesn't, you know, I'll just review the footage and say what time it was. But for right now, I think
Could Rose be here?
I think we're okay. So for right now we're just gonna see that, or we need to get the head flask, and that's where the split will happen. So this is where we meet the vampire and her daughters, but we're not gonna really meet them because they're, well, I mean, yeah, the cutscene that introduces them is really nice, but I'm not gonna watch that. This is also a cutscene that's unskippable. They really wanted to show you Ethan enduring some horrible torture. I feel like that any medics or doctors in the comments, let me know if like somebody, like, what are the implications of having hooks being pierced into your hand are. Because I feel like that might, no, it definitely messes up with your bone structure. Also, you're about to see a really funny animation. This is the animation that Ethan makes when he is critically injured. I feel like if you're hurt by your hands, you shouldn't be limping like that, but you know what, at the same time, I can understand if you have like a massive loss of blood that you just have like, you just feel lightheaded. So, you know what, Ethan, I applaud you for still standing up, even though you're laying down. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the maroon eye key while that thing is opening. Oops. Don't do that. Take out the maroon eye itself. I feel I should mention, it's actually been, I want to say 2 or 3 months since I played this game. Whenever the third person DLC and the other DLC came out was the last time I played this game, so I might kind of forget where things are, but you know what, that's fine. I do know we have to unlock this door, and if you remember my old playthrough, you'll remember why, but for right now, we're just gonna do that. We're gonna run to this statue, I believe. Yep. And put in the maroon eye. And as soon as we open this door, one of the daughters will try to ambush us. Whoops, don't run forward. And we're gonna run to the left, and then the right. There it is. I wonder if she spawns like behind you if you run too fast, because the sound kind of messes with it, where I think like she's like right to my left, and then the flies make it seem like she's also to my left, but then she's not, you know, so I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, we're in the catacombs. It's a lot faster to just shoot the chalice into those darn, what are they called? Whatever. You get the idea. Where am I going? This way. I know this place is supposed to be scary, but you know, I just don't get scared anymore. There is a lot of monsters here, but you know what? It's fine, because the only thing that's really scary is the daughter here. So we kind of have to delay our like movements for a second, because she can go through the bars, right? So it makes it so that if she catches you, she'll do like a weird like cutscene thing where she like stabs you. But there we go. It literally that simple to just kill her, you know. And that's it, I believe. We're gonna grab this not really sure. I think well, I mean, it's wine clearly, but I don't know if it's made of blood. Most likely made of blood. They are vampires after all. Where am I going? I'm not going that way. I gotta go upstairs to the wine room, I remember. That also reminds me, let me swap out to flashbang rounds, specifically, for this one single section. So I know I said I only used the grenade launcher once, technically twice. Not really necessary this first time that I'm about to use it, but I'm still gonna use it anyway. we're gonna run over to downstairs because we're gonna run to the courtyard, and one of the daughters will spawn here. So she's going to walk forward, hit a flashbang, and then she's just stunned, and then we just run past her. And then I'm just hugging the wall. Okay, and then we're good. I believe first things first, we go left? No, we go forward to the right. I'm so sorry, I'm so disjointed right now. But, at least I can somewhat make this entertaining and informative to people who would like to speedrun this game. I am showing you the straight to the ending path. No detours or anything, you know, so.
What have you done to my daughter?
We're gonna just ignore that. Okay, so there's this puzzle here. It's literally just, first statue, face it to the right, next statue face it to the left, and then this statue face it to the right, and that's it. Jump down the ladder.
What the hell?
Ooh, wait, hold on a second. Sorry about that quick cut, everybody. I had to take an important phone call. Luckily, LiveSplit, again, paused the timer, and the game was paused. So, you know what? We can continue right on. Where were we? Ah, yes, we're in the basement. So, ooh, give me a second. Let me just make sure. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay, where are we going? Oh, right. To the right. Okay. Wait, no, that's not it. I'm so disoriented. I am so sorry, everybody. But if I remember correctly, yeah, we just run through here. And then... Okay, I know we were supposed to shoot that person, but I ended up blocking. But you know what? That's technically the same. There we go. Yeah, it's just faster to do that. But, ooh, almost messed that up. Okay, what was that RNG? Why did she come outside like that so fast? Oh well, whatever. So yeah, I'll see how I put together. I think I could just split. You know, okay, in the speedrunning community, it's frowned upon to say it's spliced because that's literally you just, you know, doing whatever. But you know what? That's fine. Again, this is a casual speedrun. I'm not cheating you guys, and even if I was, nobody should take it seriously because I am not submitting this to speedrun.com. Please do not hunt me down, speedrunning gods of Resident Evil like Carcinogen and darn, I forgot. Carcinogen's the only guy I know that does Resident Evil speedruns. I remember his Resident Evil 7 speedrun. That was a joy to watch. But you know, it's fine. Again, this is just a casual speedrun, not at all serious. I'm just trying to show you guys that I can complete the game fast, even if it's doing it with all of these upgrades.
You will learn.
Okay, so Ethan's hand has been cut off. All we can do in this section is just guard. You can also take a single hit. Thankfully, third person allows us to see exactly where Lady Dimitrescu is. We can run through, grab our hand, and she's walking over here. This way, if you please. Good. Open up, open up! Okay, we're good. So, funnily enough, she sometimes breaks through those bars that were to my left as I turn the corner. I think that only happens if if you don't see her. If she is right behind you, then she won't go through them. But usually she does, because if you can't see her in first person, then obviously she'll be there. In third person, it kind of, you see her despawn, and then you just know that she walked through. And then you have to double back, and that slows down time. We can't be allowing that. Anywho, the true mystery of this game is how not only does that okay, well, we understand that that healing fluid is just magical enough that it can reattach limbs. Can somebody explain why it has sewn back Ethan's cut off jacket? Like, you saw the seams, right? They clearly looked like they were sewed back on. So I don't know. I just think there's some shenanigans going on around these parts, and I kind of don't like it. But right here we're gonna get to the puzzle. By the way, over there, to anybody casually playing this game, is that's where you find the ball. You can do ball puzzles in this game, and they give you treasure that gives you a lot of money. And that's where you find the castle one. I won't show where the rest are, or at least in terms of. Okay, well, at least I can show where Benevento and Moreau's is. Heisenberg's is actually no. I can also show where Heisenberg's is. That one's also easy. All of them are easy to find. It's just kind of like just basic exploration. If I remember correctly, I know. I'm so dumb. I'm so sorry. I just realized I didn't grab the key. I am doing this very sloppily. But you know what? The best part about speedrunning is you get to see every single time you do better. So I also have to figure out how LiveSplit saves like splits themselves. Like, can you save like separate speedrun splits, or do you specifically have to oh my god, I had to go around the table. That's fine. But I wonder if you can like save splits for like a specific game and then speedrun a different game. Alright. Alright, here's the next daughter. All we have to do is pull that lever, which opens up the window. And yeah, that's it. That's all you have to do. If in a normal playthrough, obviously you don't kill her that fast. She'll just close the window and then you have to just redo it. It's pretty simple. Alright, but so far we have the Mask of Sorrow and Joy. Currently the order is Joy and Sorrow, 1 and 2. Hold on. Oh, wait, no. Wait, what? I missed? Oh, okay, well I hit it that time. I hit it the harder time. That's bell number 3. Bell number 4, and then 5. Can you tell I am playing on a controller? I feel like, yeah, I think some of the movement stuff is just a lot better doing it on PC controls, but to me it just feels natural playing on a controller. I am playing on a Xbox Series X controller wired from Razer that my brother gave me for Christmas. It's pretty top tier. I used to just use an Xbox One controller, but it slowly started making weird noises, and the right trigger was kind of like stuffy. Like, you had to put more force on it than you usually would. So he was like, well, this dude needs a better controller, because we play a lot of fighting games, right? So he got me this, and then I've just never looked back. I will say, though, I've probably used this already so much because part of the rubber for the thumbstick is coming off. And that might just be from me being aggressive in my fighting games. But, I mean, I don't know. It's not really an issue. I just noticed that. I was like, oh, wait, hold on. Maybe I should probably stop putting too much strain on it. But, yeah, no, we're good. We're good. I love playing on controller, honestly. I love playing a lot of games on controller. Let's say... I mean, it's not like I have a problem with PC controls. Like, I play a lot of games still on PC. Like, a lot of, wait. Hold on, let me see. By the way, for ladders, you can just hug the left and you'll just immediately fall. There is technically no fall damage, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, for me, it's, a lot of games I do tend to play on controller, but it's mostly, like, adventure, action, games that just feel natural playing on a controller. Like, I know I played Elden Ring on a controller, I played Final Fantasy on a controller, real quick, by the way, remember that door we unlocked in the main room? This was the reason. She spawns right here, we just run to the right, and then we just open the door. That's all there is to it. It's good that we unlocked that door. Wow, what the hell? Did she teleport in, or did she just walk through? I think she has some sort of teleporting capabilities, because it kind of seems random onto where she appears. Right. So, okay, I know I said we're only using it 2 times, we're using the grenade launcher 3 times. Yeah, so we're gonna go here to this part.
I was worried my sister
Open, or move this cabinet, use the grenade launcher, and that's it. Also, we're gonna grab this animal skull. Where is it? There it is. And unscrew it. Okay.
You're my prey,
Okay, we're good, we're good. But yeah, playing on controller for some games seems natural, PC seems other natural. Like Apex, PC, Elden Ring, controller, that type of thing, you know what I mean? Ooh, what was that? Frame drop. Oh well.
Okay. I should be able to get out with these.
We won't pay attention to that. Okay, so Lady D spawns right here, but I don't know if I could just, like, make her attack in such a way that... Oh, wow. Nice job walking into the corner like that. That is incredible.
Done in by the likes of you.
I didn't expect that. I don't think she's ever done that ever that I've seen. Okay, I believe it's sorrow here. We just got pleasure, so that's there. This is joy. And this is rage. Alright, we're good. Fight me if you dare. I mean, we're gonna fight right now. Damn, open up! Oh my gosh. She was just like, I could just hear her walking up behind me. But, okay, we're good, we're good. Anywho, we go fight this next Dark Souls boss. I think some of the devs at Capcom like took inspiration to Elden Ring's monster design or enemy design, cause
Looks like you're outside. Matches your inside.
like where does this come from? From any Resident Evil game that you guys have probably looked at or played, like where does this fit in? You know what I mean? Like, just where? Where does it fit in? I'm not sure if how much of this fight is scripted. I just know I like to run like in circles for a lot of it. But again, I'm not entirely sure as to how much of it is scripted, because I just unload so many rounds into this woman and she's just still alive, you know what I mean? Yeah, I've heard the shtick before. Come on. Okay, she's gonna fly off now. You're gonna go to the right this time, or are you still on my radar? Yeah. And okay. Cutscene. Ooh, don't run forward. Run to the left. Yeah, once we get to the top, we got some supplies and this stuff. Usually you get your shotgun and your handgun inside. Well, you get the handgun way before the castle. I think you actually get... No, you get your upgrade after. Never mind. Sorry, don't listen to me. But, once she breaks through, we can just, once again unload so many rounds into her that she eventually succumbs. Like, right now. Once he breaks through, we're gonna fall. We grab her treasure for some reason. Ethan is once again limping, but if you look at the cutscene, he fell literally, I want to say 20 stories. But, yeah, I don't know about that.
Looks like I'm getting out of this place.
Nope. Alright, there's the next split, which was the head flask. If you remember, the story of the game was that Rose herself has been split into multiple body parts and put into flasks. So that is her head. And right now we move forward. By the way, these fish, you should kill them to get the food for them, because that's how you get your upgrades. And fish, I think, are the rarest one. No, chicken's the rarest. I think that's what it was. But it doesn't matter. To me, anyway. But alright, we got our key, and we're pushing forward. Ooh. A moment. I know the timer's still running. I don't know why I did that. Wait, hold on. A moment, gents. If you don't mind. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Alright, sorry about that. Small little detour for myself. I had to check something real quick. Alright, we're good. We're good, though. But, yeah, we're gonna run down through here. There's some lichens that spawn in front of us, but this game has a standard despawn of once you hit the next area or next trigger, any enemies that spawned will despawn, or at the very least not attack you. So, as you can hear, there is no sound behind us, so that means the lichens despawned. Anyway, here's the Duke. Again, I mean, we never met him properly because I kept skipping cutscenes, but we're going to the next section, which is the second village section. We're going to be heading towards a red chimney house, and that's where the third use of the grenade launcher will be found. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot about the first 2 times. But, actually, and I might have forgotten like a 4th or a 5th. We'll see, honestly. But, for right now, we're just gonna quickly run through all of this. There should be a guy to our right that we're just gonna pop because he will chase us if we don't. I don't exactly remember the passcode for this. But it's right here. It's 748. So 748. Wow, those numbers still look super like non-rendered, even on a new PC. And I put the graphics to like max. Anywho, we have the jackhammer. Luckily, we can ignore all these lichens that are spawning because as long as we're fast enough, we can get underneath this tractor and they can't hit us anymore. Okay, hopefully I don't miss, because the first time I practiced this speedrun, I did absolutely miss. So, basically the grenade launcher, there is a lock behind the door that you can't properly open, but if you aim in such a way, the grenade launcher will break the lock, making it basically non-trivial. So you have to go through maybe like 2 or 3 other houses before you can get to behind here and then break the lock. But if you have the grenade launcher, then it just breaks the lock like that. Alright. Oops. Alright, that's the design of how to get the next key, but right now
Better see the Duke again.
we're okay with that. We have the 4-winged key. Anyway, we're gonna keep running. Gonna walk to the left this time. Not forward. We basically head back to the Duke. And that's yeah, that's the next split. Duke will tell us where the next or where the other lords are. Luckily, so it felt like we needed to do like boss rush type of thing where you can pick what character you wanted to go after. But no, you have to go to Beneviento next and then go to Moreau, which I think is like okay natural progression, but at the same time I feel like this game could have benefited from a bit of like, oh, you want to go after this character, this character, or this character. Basically, you're gonna have to go through every single one of them, but you can choose which one you want to go after first, you know? I don't know. The intricacies of game design are still a mystery to me, so I don't know how hard it would have been to code something like that, but, wait, what?
Thing I have to tell you.
Mia?
Oh, okay. That's weird. I feel like, huh. The timer paused, so I assume it's a cutscene you could skip, but I don't remember a single time where I could skip that cutscene, so that's why I paused like that.
Ethan, you have to fix her.
Okay.
Everyone leaves me.
Relax. We gotta...
I don't want to be alone.
There we go. Okay, we're good.
This can't be real.
Anywho, I remember this next puzzle giving me so much like trouble. I genuinely didn't know the answer. The plate says give up what you value most or something, and it's literally just the family photo that you've had in your inventory since the beginning of the game. And that's it.
What's going on?
I don't know why I was so dumb in not figuring that out. Either way, we're just gonna not worry about that. Again, if you know anything about Resident Evil 8, you know where we're heading to next, and that's the dollhouse. By far, the first time you play it, it is the scariest section, like, by a landslide. Possibly out of any horror game, honestly, but hopefully I can keep talking and not make you guys as scared, because it really is, the idea really is that as long as like something is explained to you, it just becomes way less scarier. It's kind of like those hoax videos, like ghost caught on camera stuff. Like, it's like, ooh, it's very spooky, but then like you see like the debunk thing, and it's like how they did it, and then it's just like ghost videos aren't that scary anymore, because you just like start thinking like, oh, that's fake, that's like super fake, you know? So hopefully in me talking about how to do the dollhouse section, it won't be as scary to all of you. But first we gotta head on down. Yeah, you can't go through this door. That's why it's locked. That's why I don't take the right side. It would be a lot faster if the door was unlocked, but they make you explore the house. I think it's just for you to get a layout for what happens afterwards, so it makes sense that they would do that. Alright. We are going to go to the left. I hope I remember. I know how to do it. I just hope I remember specifically how to do it fast, you know?
I've been waiting for so long. I'd make a much better daughter than Rose. Please, won't you stay with me forever?
What?
Okay. First things first,
Where's
we
my gun?
are going to here? No, not there. That's slow. It's here, yes. And then pull this out. And then we get the little key. If I remember the code for that lock on that door, I believe it's 52911. The way to find that out is there's a silver key hidden on Mia's like mannequin body, And then there's also the ring of her. You use the silver key to open the door that was to my right, and then wash the ring, and then it'll tell you the day that they got married. So that's how it goes. But for right now, you just
Why is this here?
you go for the as long as you have this winged key, you can just skip all that. You don't have to worry about anything about that. So what am I am doing this all wrong. I'm so sorry. There we go. Yep. The way I figured this one out, there's little notches all the way on the left and all the way on the right of this spinning cylinder thing. You just line them up with the notches within the movable pieces, and then you get the tweezers. We're gonna go back to Mia's mannequin. A painting will fall to our right. Very spooky. I almost said sperry, but we're not gonna pay attention to that. You go to her mouth. If I could inspect the mouth, please. I think that's. There we go. Yeah. It's all you. I guess you have to inspect the head now in third person instead of just inspecting the mouth by itself in first person. Okay, so we get that piece of film. We're gonna ignore the radio. Mia's gonna be in front of us, but that's just a hallucination. I think we even just saw her spawn in. That's pretty funny. But yeah, I've never seen that. I guess third person things and all that, or maybe I'm just going too fast, which is good. All right, I'm gonna read this note because it tells you the solution real quick. Best friend. So that's the bear, the book, baby, music box. Okay, so bear, book, baby, and music box, and that's it. Okay, cool. That's the solution. Also in skippable cutscenes, so good time again for a water break. Good water. I don't know about any of you, but Crystal Geyser is my go-to choice for water bottles. Doesn't really matter, does it? But I just prefer it. Alright. So we watched that thing. We're gonna use... I messed up. There's... Yeah, I know. There's bandages. One of the dolls has the scissors. I tried pressing A and I couldn't press A fast enough. But we're fine. So yeah, we cut the bandages. We're gonna ignore the phone call. Mia's gonna be through that window real quick. You'll see her. She's kind of gliding across. You can barely see, her legs aren't even moving. Like, did you see that? Like, I feel like they could have at least like had some sort of like animation, like walking cycle. Also, an arm fell. Usually, that arm doesn't fall until like you like double back. But luckily, we don't have to double back because I just know what we're doing. First things first, we put the brass medallion in, and then the crow is the crow facing to the right, and then oops, no, stop that. And then this is the 3 closed eyes. Maybe it's faster to go to the left instead of the right. Oh well, it doesn't matter. So earlier I said that falling down ladders is a lot faster than climbing down them because you take no fall damage. That is still true. For some reason, this ladder right here, I can never like find the sweet spot to fall down it. Ethan always gets down like that. So if anybody ever finds like how to just jump down this well instead of climbing down the ladder, that would be a huge time save. Alright, we got the breaker box key. That sound and the baby crying. That's not a real baby, and that thing broke a crib. If you remember, again, the original Resident Evil 8 video I made, you'll know that this is where the monster baby shows up. All in Ethan's head, by the way. Completely fake, because that's like his idea of what his daughter might have turned into. Like, he's like, that's his fear. I mean, look at this. There's even an umbilical cord on the ground. That's just gross. But the baby's about to appear right now. There he is. We're gonna get a good look at him. Don't worry, nothing to be afraid of. We're just gonna do a quick turnaround and run this way. I like to call this trick looping the killer. If anybody gets that reference, do let me know. But we're gonna hang a little bit to the right side. I can barely see him. I can barely see his drool. But he's coming into this room right now. He comes to the right and then just book it down the hallway now. We're gonna use the breaker box key to open up the breaker. And we're gonna get, I think there's something wedged in it. It's like the relief of a baby. That we're gonna use for one of the doors. Anywho, in order to avoid the baby, we're gonna run through this door and hug right. A doll falls to our left, but we're gonna ignore it because, you know, it's just whatever. The Beneviento doll is gonna be to our right, but you literally can't interact with it, so it doesn't even matter. I wonder if anybody even noticed this, like, on their first playthrough, because I definitely didn't. By the way, this dollhouse was also the worst section of the DLC. If I ever show the DLC off, you'll see why. But first we're gonna grab the fuse, the lights will go off. I'm gonna do a quick turn and run forward to make sure I get a head start. Okay, so there is a speedrun strat to avoid the baby by just hugging the right of the wall as he bursts through this door. I do not have enough cojones to do that, so I'm just gonna, like, do the thing that the game wants you to do, which is to go here and then get underneath the bed. And then just wait here until the baby comes through. Which should be in 5 seconds, I want to say. You can kind of tell where he is by the noises he makes when he's walking. So he just broke through the kitchen door, which means he'll be here in another 5 seconds. I miscalculated. There he is. Right on cue. But, yeah, it's pretty freaky. Yeah, by far, Capcom definitely knew what they were doing when they were creating, like, a weird demon creature baby thing. But, luckily, we're smart. We know what to do. Or at least I know what to do, and I'm guiding you all and talking to you in my voice that hopefully just calms you down about this section being scary at all. You know, so at least I would hope so, you know. I hope you guys aren't too scared. I know I am speedrunning a scary game, but again, it's the whole, like, explaining something makes it a lot less scary. It's just, it really is that simple to me sometimes. Anywho, the baby is coming right behind us, so we're gonna come into this room and wait for him to burst through the door. There he is. This way, around the table, please. Keep going, keep going. I think that's good enough. We open up the elevator. As soon as we get the chance, we are out of here. Freaky stuff for sure. But we're good. We're good. Anywho, here's the Beneviento boss fight. Technically downstairs was a boss fight, a different unorthodox type of boss fight. But we're about to play hide and seek with the doll. But I will tell you the solution to the doll every single time. First things first. Every single time, there hasn't been a single time without fail. Wait, no, I said that wrong. It's always without fail that the first appearance of her is upstairs in this room right here. She will always be in this room the first time you go looking for her.
Fucking monster.
So, yep. Next up, we have to find her again. She can spawn honestly in 2 different areas. You also, in order to find her, you just have to listen for her distinct laugh. But she's always in this room, either directly to our left or in the back over here. And look at that, she's at the back. Sometimes if you're like fast enough, you can kind of see like where she like turns and what direction she went, but you couldn't. Ooh, that is good RNG, fantastic. Usually she spawns in the other side of the map of the house, and then it just takes way too long to not too long to find her because you know where she is, but you know, it just takes too long to I mean, yeah, I technically to find her. You know where she is, but you still have to find her, right? So, I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. All I'm saying is that was good RNG, and that saved us quite a bit of time, honestly. Alright, we can skip that cutscene. Forge the key to make the 4-winged unborn key, and then grab the flask. And that's another split. Fantastic. Okay, that's all well and good. Next up is Moreau, and Moreau is all about the Resident Evil 4 fan service. You know exactly what I'm talking about if you guys remember that fish boss fight. But yeah, no, it's a good time. We're all having a good time out here. Just got to appreciate it. So about that whole waiting around thing, yeah, it takes a while for these elevators to like go through. I said earlier, like sometimes doors take too long to open, but again, it'll never be as bad as that whole 3-minute wait at the beginning of the gosh darn game, waiting for that arrow to pierce Ethan. Like, dang, dude, just trying to get a move on, you know what I mean? Anywho, I said I will show the ball puzzle area. You take a left here, go up those stairs. Actually, no. The ball is found where I just came from. The puzzle itself is that way. The second place I pointed to. So, just explore around that area that I just came from. You'll find the ball easily. And then the ball puzzle's up that hill, through that gate. But again, luckily we're not paying attention to any of that because oh my god, please get out of the way, sir. I think it's just faster to kill them. But whatever. Luckily we don't have to talk to the Duke at all. We can just get to this area right here. And open the door and then head straight to Moreau. First things first, there's going to be a big werewolf. I think they're called Lycan Alphas. Either way, ow. 1 shot to the head is all it takes from the Magnum. It's just too strong of a weapon, you know what I mean? But if this area is looking vaguely familiar to anybody, this is literally where we were waiting for the arrow for Ethan. And funnily enough, that right there, the that goo that we just shot off, in the beginning of the game, like when you're waiting for that specific section, you can go to that door, but it requires the 4-winged key, not the 4-winged unborn key. So maybe that was changed during development. I'm not sure. Maybe they intended for you to go after Moreau second and then Beneviento third, but maybe they changed it instead to this, where Beneviento second and Moreau is third. Not too entirely sure about that, but it seems most likely that was the case, that they were going, or that's what they were going for. Alright, cool. Just a small little elevator ride. I went the wrong way. I am very much out of sync. And look at that, we hit the 1 hour mark. Nice. But yeah, we're gonna just keep going. Yeah, up these stairs. And through the wall right here. That's a cutscene, so we skip. Skip again.
Damn freak!
Okay. And we keep on moving. I believe we head right here because we're supposed to be looking for
Get out of here.
the key. We shoot that. Ignore once again the ladder. Run on over to over yonder. Grab the boat key, quick 180, and book it. And if we're fast enough, we just avoid all of the lichens that are there. Again, when I was playing this game like casually again, like for the third person playthrough, that's exactly what I did. I didn't even bother fighting the enemies because again, like if you know you can do something like quickly and like without like getting hurt, like why wouldn't you go for it? Even on like a playthrough where you're just trying to be like casual about it, right? Like I'll tell you what, like in my other playthroughs of Elden Ring, I go through so much like cheese, honestly. Like not necessarily cheese, more like I know I can get away with stuff because I know how the game operates now, you know what I mean? So that's all there is to it. Like I know for most people it's like, oh, I want to go fight Margit like the moment that I get the chance instead of going to look for more golden seeds to increase how many flasks they have, and then also getting the sacred tears to increase how much it restores, you know. So it's all just like personal preference. Anyway, we're gonna run through to this boardwalk, but before we push forward, we're going to turn around. I believe you can shoot them from here. Yep, you can. We're gonna shoot those things because it makes it just a lot easier for us once we get to that section.
What am I supposed to do?
I will tell you what you're supposed to do, Ethan. You are supposed to
I said the exit's on the water.
drain the water. So that right there is the map for this place, but we're gonna ignore that because again, I just know where we're going. I believe for this next section, there's a wall. There's a ladder here. I don't remember if you hug the left wall or the right wall. I think it's the left wall. Yep. There we go. Just fall all the way down and you're just fine. That's just how it works, you know. But all right, here we are at the rush section. This on my practice run. This is where I died, so it might happen again. Who knows? But
I'm looking at fish food.
we'll see honestly how it goes. We're just gonna wait for him to go through. There's no possible way that something that big wouldn't absolutely destroy that tiny of a raft, like walkway thing, you know? And it definitely doesn't look like it would support Ethan's weight. I don't care how buoyant it could be. Same with that minecart.
Stinks.
But it's alright. We're just, you know. Anyway, quick turnaround. Okay, let's see if I can do this properly without dying like last time. Okay, so that's good. That's good. Ooh, careful there. I don't know what that was. What? Okay, there. There. Wait, what? Oh, there's the yellow one. Yeah, I've never been that slow before, so I'm just gonna press all of them again. There we go. Yeah, that would absolutely destroy something like this. You know what I mean? Okay, we're good. We are good. Ooh. I gotta say, Ethan really is like father of the century, you know what I mean? Like, man is going through all of this just to save his daughter? Like, wow. And it really is like, his whole is like, oh, my mission is to save my daughter, but if that means killing psychos like you guys, I don't think I really mind, you know? He's just that good. Alright.
Caught myself a big one.
Jump down.
Need to get out of here.
There we go. And we are golden. As soon as we climb up this ladder, we're gonna grab the crank for the windmill. And then after that, we're essentially done. Oops. Yeah, so we can't put the crank back in until we inspect this ladder thing, and then the prompt comes up. I don't know why that's the case, but it's fine. Okay, nice. Gonna go ahead and climb up this makeshift ladder that is made from the windmill. And we're gonna zip line. Honestly, they should have made this zipline camera angle also third person. But I can understand why they made it first person, because that's just scarier when he jumps out of the water like that. That is... okay. I'm a little too fast when it comes to menuing. And done. Alright, cool.
Okay.
Now we have to go play that weird game that was like with the colored buttons. If anybody knows what I'm talking about. There we go. I gotta remember that. Top left, middle, bottom middle, right. What am I doing? Right. Right, and that drains the water.
Got it.
Okay. Then once we jump down here, the boss fight will start. As soon as he walks out through here. There we go, and that's it. That's the boss fight. That's all there is to it.
Death as he was in life. The exit's up ahead.
Alright, we're almost to the six-winged key. We'll hit the next split soon. This is also where Heisenberg asks Ethan for like the proposal thing. Alright, that's a split. And use the key to get out of here. Come on, come on. So, while we're walking to the next area, there's not really much to explain. All there is to it is it's just walking, killing enemies, walking, going through a big gauntlet of enemies, and then you keep going until we get to Heisenberg. So there really isn't much to talk about in terms of speedrun. So while I'm here, I might as well talk about what I'd like to do for this channel. So this channel, honestly, for me, just came out of an idea that back then, when Minecraft YouTubers, like, well, okay, I'm not going to say names because people might have some sour taste about them, but understand that, like, during, like, 2013, 2015, like, that was, like, peak, like, Minecraft days, you know? Oh, yeah, real quick, up there, like, in that direction, what direction? That direction is where you find the ball puzzle and then the ball itself. You know, during the Minecraft YouTuber days, I really wanted to become a YouTuber. I just didn't know how to properly do it. Until I got my first PC, and I started uploading, like, you know, the clips of Overwatch. If you've, like, only my friends, I'm pretty sure, have, like, seen those. But if any of you new subscribers have, like, watched my old clips of Overwatch, those are, like, super old, you know? But, that was the only thing I uploaded. And the Dead by Daylight gameplay thing that I uploaded was also just really badly cut. But, for me, honestly, this channel is something that I feel like it would take time to grow for sure, but even if I were to end up with like just like 5,000 subscribers for the rest of my life, I feel like I'd be okay with that. As long as like I know I have a channel where I can upload content that I want to without having to like change the way I do stuff. Like, you know, like a lot of people like to like play games and then they say like, oh, I hate this game, whatever, but then they still play the game because they know like their friends enjoy it, their fans enjoy it, whatever, right? I don't know if I want to be that type of person, you know. I honestly, this channel is just to share my like fun experiences with people and sometimes just talk about other things that's not necessarily gaming related. So in terms of this channel, it really is just gonna be a lot of me making my own content, and you know, I'll still listen to critical feedback. Like if like people are like, oh, this content isn't like what I expected, I'm probably not gonna watch you that much anymore. Like, I'd understand that, you know, that's totally up to your opinion. I'm not asking you to stay, but at the same time, it's also like if you tell me like, oh, I like this content, but you can do this differently or this, that, whatever, I would also understand that, you know. So any valid criticism I'll listen to, but for me, honestly, this channel really is just going to be a lot of what I would like to post, you know, and there will be like the occasional like video like out there that's not my typical like upload. Maybe it'll be like a serious thing, like where I give like a talk about like some past experiences, or maybe like give some people advice. Like that's something I'd like to do. I like to have like an advice Q&A type of thing. Yes, get advice from a 21-year-old who already had his midlife crisis. That makes sense, you know. But yeah, like it's type of stuff like that I'd like to do. Like content that I want to make while still making it appealing to other people. So in terms of how I will do that, I mean, I really don't know. I think it really is just putting the same amount of effort that I'm doing right now, which is just trying to commentate and play games and try to do it in like a fun and endearing way and make sure that I listen to fans. That's how I like at least wish I could do it. But if I can't do it that way, then you know, I don't know. But this channel is something that I want to like not necessarily get big because I did something right. It's more of like I want it to get big because it's something that I want to do, you know. And it really is something that I want to do. But that'll take a long time, and it might be an entire period where it's content that not that many people like, and you know what, that's okay. So I'm gonna see if I can accept that, you know what I mean. But yeah, that's just my thoughts on this channel. I'd really like to make a channel that just is posting content that I want to post and not necessarily trying to make content that I know other people will like, you know. that's just about it. But anywho, escaping that big room, I was dumb because again I forgot that there was the 4th time that we were using the grenade launcher. So just don't pay attention to me, honestly. But yeah, that's all there is to it. Anywho, we get the big guy with the hammer again. Only this time we get to kill him properly as soon as he jumps down. I don't want to try killing him up there because he doesn't actually die if he's up there. If he's up there and he takes too much damage, other Lycans will spawn, so yeah, I don't want to like fight him just yet. 1 and 3. And that's all there is to it. And then he crumbles to pieces and then this door opens and we're out. That's all there is to it. Alright, we're gonna grab the torso flask. No split here. I put my split specifically to when we get to Heisenberg's factory and when we get to his tank. That'll be a long time from now, at least 30 minutes, so hope you guys are still strapped in. I feel like these boat sections were kind of unnecessary. I don't know necessarily why they were added. I know I can understand if it was added into like the reservoir, but that's like a one-time thing that it was used. I feel like they're just adding the boats because they're like, you know what, we spent time and money on this like asset and like mechanic where like you actually get to use boats in water. Let's make sure that we don't waste it. So they make you use it 3 times and 2 of them are mandatory. So that's all there is to it, honestly. At this point, I went the wrong way. At this point, we're heading to Heisenberg. So we gotta go to the altar to put the flasks. And that'll give us like a really big tub thing. It's like a pillar. And that's how we escape this horrible nightmare.
It's my greatest.
I know, Duke.
See you return alive.
I know, it is your greatest pleasure. Oh.
What was that?
Okay. That's good. That's good. And that's good.
Keep busy.
And that's all there is to it. Oh, it's called Giant's Chalice. I thought it was a damn like altar, the actual altar itself. Anywho, that's about all there is to it for that section. We're running towards Heisenberg's factory, which a lot of people say constantly that the factory has the same feeling as the ship from Resident Evil 7. In some ways I agree, and in some ways I just think the ship is just horribly worse, because there's like it's like a massive like stealth section, because when you're playing as Mia during that time, like she has no weapons until like right at the end of that section, you know? So it, for like, at least in the factory, like sure it's slow, but at least you have weapons to like fight the enemies with. I would absolutely think it would be complete like crap if there was like stealth sections. Like I know the baby in the dollhouse technically was, but that still felt like good paced because it was a puzzle room, right? Essentially it was like an escape room type of thing, so that felt good. But in Mia's like ship section, I don't know, that's just not it for me, in my opinion. It just felt like it dragged on too
Don't worry
long.
about the kid, Ethan.
And it was mostly because I didn't have weapons to fight the enemies. I felt like I was just staying in certain places for too long, hiding from them. And that just made it boring. At some point, I think I just started brute forcing my way through every single, like, section of the ship. So for me, honestly, the ship is, like, not that bad compared to the factory. And I just think, yeah, the factory is... I think I'm the only person that actually likes the factory. And even if I wasn't, again, I'm still gonna say that the ship is just way worse of a section compared to the factory. But, that's neither here or there. Anyway, we skipped 2 cutscenes in a row here. Ooh, and we run forward. I thought he used to spawn behind, in front of you, and then you have to do a quick turnaround. By the way, fun part about Village of Shadows is it adds, the difficulty adds more enemies. So as you're running from that guy, enemies will spawn in that tunnel area. Not only that, but they're in Village of Shadows, they're bullet sponges, so that's fun, you know.
What was that thing?
But anyway, again, we just skip through these specific sections. We're just gonna keep running forward. And alley-oop, up and over. There are new enemy types now. They are armored enemies. We'll see more armored ones later, but the ones that just spawned right there have like a metal bar on their like head, and that metal bar can absolutely tank a magnum shot. So it's best to just go for body shots. And in terms of body shots, the only way to do that is just hip fire. So that's usually how I'll deal with them.
This place is messed up. I've got to get upstairs.
But yeah, again, this section, so many people like rip on it. I don't think it's that bad. I actually find it very like interesting. A far cry from like the other locations that we visited. You know, so I don't really mind that it's like this at all. But so yeah, this section's all about getting like reliefs for like, or getting molds, and the molds can be used in the smithy place right in front of me, but we don't have one. We have to go find one. So the first one is a relief that's just found right here. Once we get past these enemies right here. There is this Iron Man guy. This is one of the other armored enemies, the more armored enemies, and he'll wake up like right now, but we don't have to worry about that at all because we're just not gonna come back here ever again. And I don't even think he follows us all the way down here either, so we're just good. See, the music even stopped, signifying that he lost interest, or at the very least we're far away from him to the point that his AI doesn't register us as an enemy anymore. Well, I didn't realize Ethan actually had an animation for that. Like, he's actually, like, thinks that it's way too hot. That's crazy.
Seems useful.
Alright, so we got the relief of a horse, so we can use it on here, and that will open up this section. Watch out there. Alright, so this is where we get to use the rocket pistol. The rocket pistol is pretty good. It shoots like essentially explosive rounds that launch like, well, it's like a rocket, you know. And it's useful for getting rid of these glowing number things, whatever. There we go. Just have to hit that properly. There's also the doors that have like the glowing spots on them. That's also where you would use one. They are good for enemies during casual as well because it staggers them pretty hard, so. I remember being so scared to use the weapon, the rocket pistol, in my knife run, because since it's like an area of effect, it could potentially damage an enemy, and that just completely invalidates a knife only run. But at the same time, it was just so much more like convenient to me to use the rocket pistol like that to open doors, because it was just tedious to just shoot constantly. Like, you see, the rocket pistol got rid of those two. Imagine if I had to shoot each one manually, you know? Like, that's just... I just feel like that's just too much. And then you have to do the ones for the 5 doors? Like, nah, I don't think so. You know what I mean? I'm going the wrong way. But here's an armored guy who's wants to fight us, but all it really takes is just a couple of magnum shots, either to the head or one shot to that red mark on his chest, and that's all there is to it, to defeating them. I just messed up my shot so horribly. That's why I couldn't kill him in one shot. Alright, so that's the large cog. And we're gonna place it right here. And then haul our butt over. Because enemies will start spawning. Like right to our left.
Oh, Ethan. Such a
Just
disappointment.
hug.
I thought we could join forces against that bitch Miranda. Truly disappointing.
We're good though. Just run through all of this. Literally, the enemies are just too slow for us to
Took us
even be
to be her children.
concerned about.
She locked us away in the village. Ridiculous of being forced to serve her.
I mean, but as you can see, the rocket pistol gets rid of all 5 of the slots right there.
Understand
Just a lot more useful than having, or a lot more convenient than shooting each one individually.
I'm not like my siblings. I want nothing more than to be free of that bitch. So I need
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to say about the factory section. It really is just a standard, like, run through everything as fast as you can,
are
you
the
know.
fruits of my power. The strong will destroy
The only
weak. That's the
thing
way
that
of the
I
world.
guess is potentially could be said is
You should have never refused me, Ethan.
the armored enemies, like, you know, again, their glowing spot is their weak
Got a long
spot,
way to go.
but you can kill them with body shots, but it takes a lot more, especially since they're wearing armor. You have to strip off the armor. We'll see harder enemies as well later that wear more armor. Also, their AI is smart in
Miranda
covering
thinks we're nothing but
their heart, so
Oh, she doesn't
there's
care
also
for
that.
us. No. She's long lost all her humanity. I must destroy her.
I don't give a shit about your family drama.
But yeah. Anywho, I think yeah, this is the part where some of the enemies, we get the jumping enemies, the ones with jetpacks. So I'm gonna see if I could finagle my way in such that I don't have to deal with them. All right. Well, the last one's on the other side, so. There it is. So yeah, yep, those enemies with
Another one?
jetpacks spawn in, and they will block your path constantly. If I can just be fast enough. Nice. Okay. We're good. 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 He's gonna jump up here. I just know it. Oh, but I was... Ooh, scary, scary. I got stuck on the ladder, but I was fast enough to get out of there. Do they despawn? They do not despawn. I just had to confirm for myself. But wow, that is a huge time save. Usually I had to kill both of them because I mess up that badly, but I guess I'm just good enough. Almost went the wrong way. By the way, behind this minecart, there's like a little tunnel thing. That's where you find the ball mold for Heisenberg's ball puzzle. All right.
Shit, that was close.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because nobody knows what... Well, I mean, the face model for Ethan is out there on the internet, so people know what he looks like, but even in the game, they don't like showing what Ethan looks like. Even in the DLC, they do so much to not show his face, like... It's crazy. And look, I'm playing in third person, and you could kind of see his face in this angle, but it'll never directly show, like, the camera in front of his face, you know what I mean? So... I don't know. I don't know why they did that. I guess a creative choice, right? But it's still kind of odd. Anywho,
Soon, she'll start her
I believe this is the halfway mark for the
If that happens, it's all over.
for the
your
factory
kids.
section.
And for the whole village. But don't worry. I'll stop it. I'll use Rose to kill Miranda.
I think I
Poor Papa.
almost forgot this.
You're the only one who doesn't see your kid.
That would have been bad if I forgot that.
Take Rose? I'd like to see you try.
Okay. Activate the floor thing. This is the map, but we don't pay attention to that anyway because, again, we just know where we're going. But we have to head down back to the forge area because we need to make Heisenberg's key out of the mold that we have. So, yeah. See, this is also something. In first person, you can just select the button you want to go to, but in this one you have to inspect the elevator buttons and then pick which one you want to go to. So it is definitely a whole thing there. Yeah, you can barely see Ethan's face. They do hard as they can to not show it. But, that's alright. Do you really need a pretty face on a protagonist to make them a good protagonist, you know? Anyway, we're just gonna ignore... Well, not ignore, because they do get in the way, like this one right now. But just get a quick shot on the heart, and again, they're just instantly dead. Key mold. We're gonna swap to our grenade launcher real quick. Oops, don't do that. We're gonna swap to the explosive rounds because we'll be going up against the Panzer Soldats, the Iron Soldiers in Russian. At least I think that's what it is. And they're so heavily armored that their core is their heart core is not exposed. So usually it takes one magnum shot to expose it, but we're just gonna play it safe. There he is. I'm gonna... Oh, never mind. There was one magnum shot. I'm just better, I guess. But the one that I'm more concerned about was the one that comes through here. Do that. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And we're gonna keep on running through and get to the first floor, or B1, which technically would be the first floor. All right. Here we go. We use Heisenberg key, and this is where we fight the big propeller guy from earlier. Just a quick boss fight. Super simple, honestly, because he has a core on his back, so gonna go ahead and hold block here. And that should be done. Yep. Alright, we're good.
Now stay down.
It just goes down so pathetically, honestly. Oops. I didn't mean to grab that. I thought that was a lever you had to pull. Oh well, we're good. Jump on down. We're heading towards the Heisenberg fight soon. We're about to get into the tank and see Chris. That also means we're about to head to the Chris section. We're close to the end. Just a little bit more. We're almost there. Okay. And walk to this section. And then skip that cutscene.
Again?
And then open on up. And move this. Another cutscene. And as soon as we get into the tank, I believe this is where the split occurs. Yep, that's where the split is. Alright, nice.
I'm coming, Rose.
Okay. This boss fight is literally simple. There are armored cores on Heisenberg himself. They're red, and those red cores will explode with enough of the machine gun fire, and that's all there is to it on beating him. You just have to destroy the red cores. Alright.
You're like a goddamn cockroach! You think you can take me on? Fine. This'll be my war before I kill the bitch. Let's settle this. Man and man. Your corpse will be another addition to my army! So this is the power of follow law, huh?
Back up.
In the face of my steel glory! Guess I do have to thank that bitch Miranda for this.
Huh?
I'll kill her with the power she gave me. That's what I call being a good son!
Destroyed.
I thought spending years on a bitch's throat.
That's one.
Villages are nothing but a bunch of worthless peons. I'm a god.
Two.
Freedom fighter! I'll use you.
3, 4, and when he says that the clock is ticking, okay, well, it's not over yet. He's gonna walk to the middle, and then we're gonna lose our tank, and then we just fight him with the good old guns. I think it's faster to actually just walk forward. Alright.
That boulder punching asshole.
Alright. And then we just keep shooting him in the head, and that's it. He's dead. That's the boss fight, honestly, because at this point it's just very scripted, you know, so. We get to just walk around. There's some ammo to pick up for this fight. I'm surprised that there's no other sniper. I feel like the only sniper you get in this game is good, but I don't know. I feel like they could have had like another sniper.
Should have taken my deal. You'll be frozen in the afterlife.
But yeah, this is all just scripted cutscene and unskippable.
Right after I murder Ren. This can't be the end for me. I must kill her.
Alright. And that's Heisenberg dead. Alright. Another cutscene. It's Chris, but we're gonna ignore that. We're gonna skip this cutscene as well.
I wasn't able to retrieve the body, but I've recorded evidence.
Share your screen, and I'll go over the situation.
And now we get to play as Chris, also in third person.
When was it last? The desert? Doing nothing but recon's gotten me out of shape.
But thanks to your recon, we know Miranda's plan.
Couldn't quite believe it when I heard she turned herself into Mia, though.
Taking 5 shots to the head's nothing to sneeze at either. Spooky.
Alright.
Everyone watch for hostile
Chris doesn't really matter.
Made contact with a group of hostile bioweapons.
Because as long as you also have like the infinite ammo for his gun, their heads just pop like so fast. In casual, I should mention. This section was by far the hardest to do in New Game Plus. Because,
Don't get cocky.
you know, because even with infinite ammo, they just were complete bullet sponges, so. Also, I think you had to turn off infinite ammo anyway for the achievement, so.
That's probably where Miranda is. Let's go.
So yeah, there's werewolves behind us. I wish I knew this when I was doing the Village of Shadows difficulty, but you can literally just ignore them and walk past them.
Roger.
Tundra here.
I'm looking for grenades. Yep. Alright, we got it. I think we got enough grenades. I walked in here. Wow, still alive. Or not, I don't know. You still have a hitbox.
Umberise, I need some backup.
I've never heard of a mutant Lycine colony growing so huge.
Okay, good.
Hey, I get eyes on
Get off. There we go, Chris. Just punch them out.
She thinks she died and gone.
I've reached the target location.
Are we good? Oops.
Damn, this is big. All right, Lobo. Marking the target.
Roger that,
Alright.
boss.
Just gotta...
Bingo.
Rotate it. Now we're good. Gotta do that 3 more times.
Reloading now. Just a minute. There's a swarm headed that way.
I'm going to head to the top. Because it's a lot safer up here. If you can kind of tell my commentary getting stale, I'm sorry. Again, as you can see by the timer, an hour and 43 minutes. But, you know what? I don't mind. Because I'm creating content, again, that I want to create. And I don't mind making it for you guys.
Okay, Captain.
So...
Ready when you are.
Oops, that was the wrong weapon. But you know what? That actually works out in my favor for a bit. Just need to make sure I don't get hit. There we go.
Must be something stimulating you. Looks like it's about to collapse.
Hold your horses.
Yeah, we got grenades.
It's them. Watch your guys.
Okay. Yeah, they usually only come up from this area, so this is like the best place to,
I'm reloaded. Where should I point?
just a camp, essentially.
BSAA guys are engaging the bioweapons. You're right, Captain, they must be after the Megamycete too.
There we go. A bit scary. I can't believe the enemies didn't try to attack me there, but we're not gonna worry about that.
I found a way down. I'm going in. The rest of you stay back.
Captain, I compared the mold at the village with a sample from the bakers, and there's no sign of the
okay.
genome editing we saw in the E-series. The stuff originated here.
All right.
Guarding the Megamycete, huh?
Okay, just gonna spam grenade. Hopefully that's enough to get rid of him. Usually you have to do the special target thing, just like you did with the other
Lobo, I got a tough guy here.
thing, but
I'm gonna need backup.
hopefully with enough grenades we can just take him out without having to do that.
There's an opening in the roof. Use it.
Okay, I'm moving out. Hold on till I get there.
I mean, this is his weak spot as well, just shooting him in the back. But wow, 9 grenades and he is still up. Or down, I don't know, he keeps crouching. Up there it is. Nice.
Hostile bioweapon eliminated.
Alright, we're good.
I'll keep going. The rest of you, stay above ground.
So if Miranda was the fake Mia, where's the real one?
I doubt she saw any further use for her. I don't get any of this. How did Miranda even know Rose exists? A moldy little bird told her, maybe?
We can figure that out later. Focus on the plan.
Alright.
I found it. It's the Megamycete.
So that's good.
Captain, I have eyes on Miranda at the ceremony site.
Keep your distance. Do not move until I give the order.
Oops, I'm stuck on something. I was looking at something else. And then
We really should have told Ethan.
I realized I was stuck.
There wasn't time. We didn't expect Miranda to act so soon.
Even so.
I'm gonna see if I can get sub 2 hours on this. I think it should be pretty easy.
Yeah.
There's no way it takes me more than 13 minutes to beat the final boss in before it does, but you know, you never know. Okay, there we go. Skip that. And that's it. That's the Chris section. We are on the final split. Which will activate as soon as I get the killing blow on Miranda, I believe. And after that, we'll know my time it took to beat this game, which will most likely be way more than any other person does, even on new game without the speed buff, you know. Because I really messed up a lot of things here, but it's fine. I don't really mind. Again, just to reiterate, this was a casual speedrun. But, yeah, we're good. We're fine. I'm gonna go ahead and reload this. There's no real reason to, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Just to be satisfied. But yeah, once we get the kill on Miranda, the final boss, we're all good on this game. And alright, skip cutscene and the fight begins.
You disposed of my false children and awakened the glorious Megamycete. Now, please do not worry for little Rose. I assure you I'll provide her with true happiness.
She is,
So now you can die.
wow, that was fast. She didn't even go into her phase where she, like, goes into,
To ensure I never see you
into, I don't know, the other attack. The one where she, like, makes everything dark, you know? But, that's all there is to it. And that is time! Fantastic! An hour, 48, 40, and 43 milliseconds. I am gonna skip cutscene. There's no reason to watch any of this because, if you'd like to watch it, again, it is all on YouTube. Yeah, that's it. That's the in-game time right there, 149 and 1. The timer for mine is showing 148.40. So pretty close. This is probably one of my best runs, probably better than the first time, honestly. So yeah. If you're here now all the way at the end, thank you for sticking around. That about wraps it up for this video, this speed run. I am so glad I was able to get a PC that can actually re-record this, that is higher quality. Hopefully the audio quality and audio mixing is still okay and I didn't mess up again. But yeah, thank you everybody for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this speed run in third person for Resident Evil 8 Village, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Goodbye!